My judgment, the SEC has gone cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs.
Welcome to DHN. I'm your host, Wade Teamer. In this video, we are going over the latest from the Ripple news feeds. We're also going to talk about Swift's entrance into the blockchain space and what that could mean for chains like XRP. And lastly, we do have an update from the SEC case, but folks,
things have gotten out of hand with our friend again.
My thoughts exactly. At time of recording, XRP is sitting pretty stable with the rest of the market at 49 cents. That's a good look. We actually got a pretty decent pump last night, mainly due to the United Nations coming out and telling the Federal Reserve to ease it on the interest rates. If that does happen, I do think that the market will respond positively to that. So keep an eye out for that one, folks. Let's get into our first piece of news, though, courtesy of You Today. Ripple grows into the second largest Arab economy via UK-based 3S Money Club. Now, I'm not sure if that's threes or 3S. Threes? We'll go with threes. According to the press statement, the Dubai Financial Services Authority, an independent regulator of financial services provided in or from the Dubai International Financial Center, has granted a license to Threes Money, an international payments platform. This is going to allow Threes to provide money services from the DIFC, which services the Middle East, Africa, and South Asia. Interestingly, the DIFC also houses Ripple's Middle East and North African headquarters. The opportunity to co-locate with its customers is one of the key reasons cited for its regional base. This is coming from Ripple. So what we have with this one is that Ripple was already building its presence in the UAE. This goes all the way back to 2020 when they first established the regional office over there. Then we got the partnership with Qatar National Bank, PayPal making use of Ripple's ODL. Now we have another product that is regulated. That means it's legally able to be used in one of the largest retail markets in the world. The UAE, definitely one of those leading nations when it comes to crypto adoption. You'll see it. Their political leaders talk about it all the time. So to see continued advancement by Ripple in this area, it's a very good thing to see. Next, we have Ripple announcing that it is the founding member of a brand new carbon credit marketplace. Now, I'm going to take you on a journey with this one, guys, because this is deep. In a tweet on Monday, Ripple confirmed that it is one of the founding partners of Thallo, a Web3 carbon credit marketplace built on the XRP ledger. Thallo will solve problems with liquidity and lack of transparency in pricing faced in the carbon credit marketplace. As the demand for carbon credits intensifies, blockchain and crypto technologies are uniquely positioned to help support market growth by solving persistent challenges around transparency, traceability, and verification. This is coming from the Senior Vice President of Social Impact and Sustainability at Ripple, Mr. Ken Weber. The Ripple executive also asserted that by building on the XRP ledger, Thallo would offer carbon credit access not only to institutional investors, but retail investors as well. So for starters, he is right about several things. The challenges that face the carbon credit marketplace were detailed in that recently published report by the White House. I just did a video on Energy Web, which is another project very closely tied to XRP, where we broke down that climate report. In it, they specifically talked about blockchain solutions for the carbon credit marketplace. What Ripple is looking to do with this new group, with this new service, is appeal directly to those issues. I'll give you an example. Ripple created this platform to provide liquidity to a carbon marketplace or exchange. Much like how CoinFlip, the ATMs, will source liquidity from Ripple's liquidity hub, this platform will allow companies to exchange carbon credits just like tokens. The difference is that through Ripple, they will be verified from both ends, and the transaction will have enough money around it to complete the exchange instantly. This is going to put the carbon credit market on a whole new level, and currently the carbon credit market moves about $2 billion annually. However, the projections are by 2030, you know that's going to be an important year, they're looking to do $150 billion. As more companies join the market, XRP just built a door for them to walk through. Next up, we have a brand new timeline for the long-awaited Flare token airdrop. They took this snapshot sometime in 2020. Post-COVID, pre-SEC lawsuit. But now the company notes in a new schedule that validators can now onboard to the Flare network. Flare also says it is currently working to onboard crypto exchanges to ensure that the airdrop is as seamless as possible. Provided enough validators take up their roles, Flare plans to distribute the Flare tokens between October 24th and November 6th. Again, the company says the exact date depends on feedback from the exchanges. That part sounds a bit familiar, but I'm gonna keep going because this piece is new. The company previously stated that each eligible holder will immediately receive 15% of their claimable Spark tokens and then claim an average of 3% per month, carrying on for a minimum of 25 months and a maximum of 34. So pretty much what you're going to get is you're going to get 15% of your tokens up front, and then the rest of it will be distributed to you over the course of 2 years. And that's very interesting because the story around the Flare network is one of the most mysterious things I've ever heard of. First, they popped up out of nowhere. Price of XRP began to pump with the announcement of the airdrop. Then the whole hysteria around the snapshot. Everyone was rushing to buy XRP to get in line for it. XRP went crazy around this time, but once the SEC stepped in, everything went silent. It was nothing but whispers here and there about what other chains might be included in the airdrop. Litecoin is one that is confirmed, but I also heard Stellar and Cardano might even be involved. Not entirely sure. But if you are lucky enough to get some of these, I can't remember if I was even a part of that snapshot. That's how long ago it was. But some people are going to have some surprises in their wallets quite soon. I would suggest, though, if you get these, keep them. Matter of fact, don't even acknowledge them in your wallet. Just let them sit there. And as more information comes out about where we can store these tokens, of course, I'll let you know. But this Flare token is coming into this market for a very specific reason. They can make smart contracts a universal feature for all blockchains. So the ones that are trying to take that title from ETH or Ethereum itself for that matter, they can't proclaim that as a badge of honor anymore because now everyone can do smart contracts. At that point, you really have to consider what's next, right? Let's keep going though, because I think this next story is going to give us a clue. We're talking about Swift, ladies and gentlemen. Swift says it has proven that it can be the way forward for global central bank digital currencies. This has been evolving over the last couple of days. Let's dive right into it. Swift, a key part of the conventional finance system that conveys cross-border payments between banks, has presented a framework for a global central bank digital currency system, claiming to have solved the challenge of interoperability between different networks, following experiments involving the central banks of France and Germany, as well as HSBC, NatWest, Standard Chartered, UBS, and Wells Fargo. Swift said it has carried out transactions between different blockchain networks using both central bank digital currencies and fiat currencies. Wow. Amid those central bank experiments, attention has turned to how the central bank digital currencies of different countries could interact when using different networks. In a quote, they stated blockchain networks could be interlinked for cross-border payments through a single gateway. Swift's new transaction management capabilities could orchestrate an all inter-network communication. Now, a couple days back, the news came out that Swift would be using a Chainlink built proof of concept to basically facilitate these processes that was just described to us. CCIP is what it's called, and it will enable Swift messaging to instruct on-chain token transfers, helping the interbank network to be able to communicate across all blockchain environments. That's the key term there, folks. All blockchain environments. I may not talk about Chainlink a lot on this channel, but I am very aware of what it does. Chainlink, you can describe it as the ultimate data collector. And for years, multiple blockchains have gone to Chainlink to verify price information, blockchain statistics, a bunch of other things. The key here, again, is the fact that Chainlink can connect Swift to any blockchain that Swift needs to connect to. This means once ISO goes live next month and the interbank messaging system is updated, Swift can then communicate with those blockchains capable of reading the new messages. This includes XRP. This also means that once the FedNow instant payment service goes live in the summer of next year, it can interoperate with that as well. So any retail-based application running through it will be able to, in theory, connect to a host of other blockchain networks. This lays the foundation for the global payment network that we have all seen coming on the horizon for years now. This is also essentially the same technology that Quant does, but that's a different subject for a different video. Now, in addition to all that, folks, the Bank for International Settlements, they have been running central bank digital currency trials for the last 5 years. Honestly, there are 7 projects in total. 3 of them are currently looking at or have already incorporated DLT and blockchain networks. One of them, Project Abner, is based in the Middle East and African region. We just covered how far-reaching Ripple is in that part of the world. Ripple is also in the CBDC Tech Sprint competition hosted by the Bank for International Settlements. To me, this story is one of those clear signals to the world where we are headed, folks. Now, lastly, let's get into this SEC update, guys. They have opposed the amicus briefs filed by the 2 companies that came into the case on behalf of Ripple. We're talking iRemit and TapJet. Essentially, both companies came out and displayed how they never looked at XRP or Ripple as an investment vehicle. In reality, both companies use the XRP token as a crucial piece to their payment systems. So, there you have it right there, folks. But that's not what makes me mad about this situation. What makes me mad is the fact that there has been no mention of the very DAO amicus brief, and to my knowledge, I do not recall a response to John Deaton's either, nor has anyone acknowledged the fact that the SEC, how they handled the Veritasium case, explicitly shows improper conduct in relation to digital assets. Things that a judge would want to see, right? No. What has dominated the headlines, ladies and gentlemen, is Kim Kardashian and Ethereum Max. And when you know it, the SEC is actually trying to use this as a way to explain their case against Ripple. But that's the same thing as trying to convince an apple that it's blue. It's not going to work. I have seen some things and some stuff in this space, but this has got to be the biggest waste of time, money, and resources I have ever seen. With that, that's all I got for you, folks. Let me know, what are your thoughts down in the comments. Of course, while you're at it, if you found value, make sure you smash that like button. And don't forget about the DHN Crypto Journal for 2023. A lot of you have been asking about a digital version. This is new to me, but I am looking into it. And when I look into it, I bring it to fruition. Also, our Digi Hustle Diamond members get access to exclusive crypto documentaries and education. Just click the join button under this video to learn more. And now, to my Digi Hustlers worldwide, you know what I'm going to tell you. Have a great day. Have a prosperous day. But most importantly, if that money is digital, so is the hustle. I'll see y'all in the next video.
So I remember when I first met with the SEC, the SEC had set up this innovation group run by one of Val Sapanic, and she became kind of the crypto czar. They were purportedly just, hey, we want to understand. We went in to kind of just educate them. Frankly, as I was going around the world, meeting with central bankers around the world, talking to them about here's how Ripple's solution works. Here's the kind of customers we're signing. Here's how we use XRP. We are one participant in the XRP ecosystem. And so the first meeting I had, Jay Clayton was there, and not once did anyone say to me in this meeting that, and by the way, again, no lawyers from Ripple were there. It was me and David Schwartz. And there's never even a suggestion that XRP was a security. And I thought it was a very constructive meeting just to talk about how Ripple was using XRP and how the whole kind of crypto landscape, looked. Now, to your question, when did we get a sense that the tone had shifted? About a year after that, we got a letter, and now lots of people have gotten these letters. In my judgment, the SEC has gone cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs and just blasting out these investigative letters. But the first letter we got was simply hey, we're looking into this. It's informal. We want your voluntary cooperation. And literally there's a sentence in there that says, we've made no determination about what we view XRP as, but we want to, blah, blah, blah. Now, what's interesting about that is that happened, and I think in 2019, we got that letter. And we're like, oh, okay, more active engagement. We're happy to cooperate. And again, one of the ironies here, I know you're pacing how we get into the lawsuit, but in that letter, it references there's been no determination made. Yet they sued us and me personally, suggesting that from 2013 to 2020, I should have known the whole time that XRP was a security. My attitude is like, I was in your office multiple times. Not once did someone tell me that they viewed XRP as a security.